look at the beast behind. Ah! That's a big one. Yeah. Whoa.
Guys, look at this beast.
It's huge. I need you to observe the behavior of the fish. Okay. With the currents and against the currents. Double hook. Yes. It's called Spirena chrysotenia. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to see another saltwater safari episode. Hey! Join me, it's gonna be fun. Today we are going to target barracudas. We are gonna ride along the coastline and try to focus on these voracious predators. And guys, I must not fail. I have 8 people coming tonight to my house and they all asked for fish. So I have to get fish for 8 people and they are not thin, they are monstrous. So I really have to get some fish today. Otherwise, I will have to pay for a lot of pizzas. I don't know if I can afford that. Let's try. The plan is to try to find the packs of barracudas. And there is only one way to do that. I have to find the bait fish. So wherever there are bait fish, barracudas might be close. That's a must do.
The challenge today is the fishing windows that I can use. Barracudas don't go crazy for strong currents. I am late and the high tide already started to recede. While the next change, that of the low tide, will occur in 6 hours. That means that I have only 40 minutes of good fishing left. Then for about 2.5 hours, I'll eat noodles, only to find the fish active again 1 hour before the next current shift, and fish them for a full 2 hours.
Oh. Oh. Ah. A barra. Ow. Ah. This is grill. Whoppa. That's a very nice size for the grill.
Something that I love to do is to change totally lures after the first catch. I will use smaller size and strong color. Let's see what will happen.
Whoa. Haha. Okay. Ha. Ha. Whoa, 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 whoa. Amazing. It's amazing. Ah, not the eye. Come on. Not from the eye. what I have to do, I have to use my trolling motor to stay on the limit between the deep and the shallow, at least for this season. And I will have to bring the barras higher from the bottom. They will not attack easily at this moment and with these conditions on lures that will go on the bottom and will pass close to them. No. At the moment they are focused to attack vertically on preys that pass above them. And that's exactly what I have to do. Just like the bait fish. You see them? Yes. They are all close to the surface. And that's exactly what I have to do. If I put my lure close to them near the bottom, ain't gonna happen. So when you see that, when you bring close a barracuda and you see that it's hooked only by one hook, then you open the bail and you allow it to go against you. Barra jerk has 3 hooks. So once it goes against you, you simply close the bail and you set the hook, and then probably another one or another 2 will get the fish and secure it. Simple as that. On the pose, but I have to release it a bit because it's only hooked from one hook, but now it's 2. Absolutely, it's 2 or more. Yes. Now it's... Whoa, look at the beast behind it. Oh, look at the beast behind. Look at the beast underneath. Why? Whoa.
Just because I managed once to get a beast barracuda that attacked on the smaller hooked one doesn't mean that it will happen all the time, right? But hope dies last.
Whoa, the other one is a beast.
My 40 minutes are gone, and we can see the current flow on the surface. The barracudas have retreated deeper and found shelter near rocky protrusions. The baitfish also moved deeper. The barracuda hunt is over, only to start again when the currents are more appropriate for that species. But not all fish hate the currents. What I know for sure is that there are baitfish near the bottom, and there are tides. I also know that tonight's company would appreciate a large bowl of fresh carpaccio. The currents on the surface look like a river. But there's one more thing I can do before I leave. Baitfish don't get a break from the predators. When barracudas stop, other predators continue to hunt them, taking advantage of the strong currents. These predators are powerful pelagic fish. And now I'm getting into their hunting zone. It is very important to know when you should change your lure type and fishing style. Many times, success is depending from these choices.
Calma. Okay. Beautiful fish. So,
I'm not going to spend my time here catching bonitos. I don't need to hurt them, as they are very vulnerable when you take them out of the water. Most of the times they will not survive if you release them. But barracudas won't attack until 5 o'clock when the low tide shift will take place. I will move on. I have 2 full hours of nothing. I will take advantage of this time to search with my sonar new underwater spots. Of course, since I am stubborn as a donkey, I will also try for barracudas just to prove myself right regarding their feeding hours. I will keep cruising and try more, but nothing will change until the right hour. And when the good hour comes, I will carefully choose my position in the water. And the first thing I have to do is finding the bait fish for one more time.
since we are in the feeling of the moon, I have good expectations. Not huge, but good. It should be good. The currents are coming this way. I know there are barracudas all the area. I need you to observe something very important, and this is why you are subscribers to my channel, because you wanna know more things. I will cast towards this area that is against the currents, and I'm going to cast like there, that it's with the currents. Let's observe the behavior of the fish with the currents and against the currents. You might actually be surprised.
This is the shift of the currents, the low tide shift. I have at least 1.5 hours of good fishing. When there are even a bit of currents, I prefer to use sinking minnows, and when I retrieve against them, I use my lure much slower than normal, like here.
Okay. Okay. Woo! From the cheeks. Whoa, 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 whoa. Beautiful fish. Okay, it will. Double hook. Yes. Just double hooked it. Triple hooked. Okay. Ooh. Let's take him out. Whoa, nice.
Barracudas against the currents? Check. It's a success. Now, let's see their reaction when we retrieve with the flow of the currents. In order to be more alluring, I will use lighter gear and the floating version of Parajerk, as the floating minnows perform much better with the flow of the currents.
Look at the beast, guys. Look at this beast.
A real beast. How awesome is this? Against the current, they bite. With the current, they don't bite. They simply follow with interest, but they don't attack. Yes, it's most of the times, guys, it's like this. So keep that in mind. I know that there are some big fish from this area. What I can do is go all behind them and cast. And probably, since I will be against with the currents, I will get a fish. But the problem is that if I go all the way around, I will do too much noise. Now the fish are not very aware. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna use my trolling motor. I will put a root against the currents and a bit away from the seaside, from the shoreline, with very, very slow speed. This will keep me quiet and I will be able to cast vertically with the fish. Fish might not bite with the currents, but they will bite when something comes cross with the currents. Let's see.
I will move very slowly and in stealth mode. I have to be ready to cast when I reach an appropriate angle. I must not fail, as the big barracudas are not stupid, and often they give you very few chances to get them.
Whoa!
A failed attack is not what I was hoping for, but I'm still very far, so maybe I will have another chance.
Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna. Ho ho ho! Whoa! Whoa! That's a big one. Yeah! Whoa! Oh yes! That's a big one for sure. Yes!
I love big barracudas. Their fearsome appearance and formidable teeth makes them one of my favorite prey items.
Yes! It's huge! It's big! Whoa! Yeah, I'm gonna need my... Whoa! Don't hit my boat! Whoa! Whoa! Ah. Oh, it's very well hooked. Monstrous fish! Whoa! Woohoo! Huge! That's a beast! That's a really big fish, guys. It's a beast! It's huge! It's a... Insane! I told you! A good angler is not based on his gear. He is based on his knowledge. That's super important. If you enjoy tips like that and you wanna learn more about fishing and you are not subscribers, please subscribe. It's a win-win situation. Okay, thank you very much.
Unfortunately, when you catch the leader of the pack, the rest barracudas can become very reluctant to attack. And that's what happened here. I need to move a bit farther.
The sun starts to go down slowly. We had action in midday with calm conditions, simply because of the moon and the right moment of the changing of the currents. But I expect now in the afternoon to have at least some good chances to get a nice fish. Are we going to be winners? We are winners even if we have fish or even if we don't have fish. Guys, as long as we are healthy and we are standing on our feet and we have the opportunity every now and then to go to the sea, it's all it matters. And if you get a fish, it's a bonus, right? Don't forget to enjoy the moment. Okay, guys? When you are relaxed and you enjoy the moment, fish will follow. If you are anxious to get a fish and you get crazy for it, it will take long to come. So, take it easy, take it relax. Okay, and everything will find their way. Let's continue!
The current flow is still very low. The fish are becoming more and more active as they know that soon the currents will get stronger. They have a small window to hunt and feed, and so do I. I will use the floating version of Barajerk as I can be more creative with it.
Yes, yes, yes. In Barracuda, the floating, of course, because the currents now are okay left. The Barracuda left. That's okay because I would release it either way. I have enough fish, so everything I'm gonna get from now on, I'm going to release. Let's continue.
Many of you ask me, how do I know the moment of the current shift, the power of the water flow, and if there are current applications that can do the job? Unfortunately, I only have one answer: observation. I know very well how currents affect my fishing areas, depending the season and the fish species. But still, sometimes a slight miscalculation and I can lose half of my fishing day. Like today. In the morning, I got 45 minutes later than I should, and the fishing game finished relatively fast.
Okay, another one. Another one on Barracuda. Okay. Hello. Whoa, a jumper. Stay cool because you will be destroyed before I release you. Okay, no, it's very... Okay. Okay, good. Wow. This is the laundry bucket. Ah, who's this underwear? It's not mine. I found it here. So, I'm washing my hands. And yes.
I can feel a bit more the current flow now. Not much, but I can. From my experience and a fast calculation from the time of the current shift, I would say that the flow now is at 15% power. If I am right, then I should have 40 minutes left of good fishing. The good thing with the offshore spinning is that you can choose your position and place yourself on the right angle to cast against or cross to the currents. From the shore, unfortunately, you don't have this opportunity.
Whoa. What's this? No! This is smaller than small. Come on! What are you doing? What? Oh, this is the other species. You know? This is the small bara. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Come on, stay still. Oh, no. This is the gold line barracuda, the small size. It's called Sphyraena chrysotenia. And chrysotenia in Greece means gold line. Come on. I will release it and I will tell you. It's very funny because usually the big barracuda, the normal barracuda, is hunting for this. They love it. And what we saw now is the other way around. Maybe it's like a payback time. Very optimistic gold barracuda, very, very optimistic. By the way, these guys don't grow more than, I haven't seen big. They say that they can reach a kilo, but haven't seen. Anyway, when you find yellow gold barracudas, gold line barracudas, then guys, for sure somewhere close are the bigger ones, the yellow mouths. Oh.
As I was fishing and searching around, I found an enormous pack of baitfish.
We need baitfish in the area, but here is billions. So the fish are probably already with full stomach.
Usually, such big packs of baitfish are not ideal, as the food source is more than enough for the predators. However, there are some chances to get some fish. What I usually do is to cast on the sides of the baitfish pack to make my lure look like a wounded fish separated from the pack. This strategy works most of the times for barracudas, but I can assure you that with such amount of baitfish, you will usually get only 1 or 2 fish the most.
Okay. Okay. Whoop, another one on bara. On barracuda color. We put the anchor. Let's release this guy. Come on, come on, come on. Stay still, stay still. Fast, 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 fast. Come on. Yay, yay, yay. Inside, yes. Stay, stay, stay. Stay. Be a good boy. Be a good boy. A bit good boy. Okay. Bye bye. Woo. We have to move and go somewhere with baitfish, but not too much. So eventually, what do we want? You will say, "Hey, Marcos, you're an idiot." Once you say we have to find the baitfish. The other moment you say, "Ah, too much." Come on, but yes, anglers are never happy. They want everything. Me, for example, I would like baitfish, but not that much. I would like calm sea, but not that much. I would like no, I won't say that. It's censored.
I am running out of time as the currents get stronger and stronger. Since my time is limited, I will move a bit farther, but not too much. I don't want to lose time. Time is all what matters now.
So I'm in this cape. Maybe some fish are there. So I'm using my motor to keep me against the currents. The currents come like that. So I have to cast like this. Here is a cape, so there are currents. So I'm going to use for one more time bara jerk, the sinking, and at this time pink bara rules.
Tick tock, time is running away. Both me and the fish know it. If I was lucky enough and the shift of the currents occurred during the sunset, then it would be a massacre. But today is not that day. However, I'm still very happy with the result.
Yes. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Whoa. Beautiful fish. Hello, beautiful fish. I want to release you, so I need you to stay calm. I need you to stay calm. Yes. Okay. You won't. So, better use the net. Better use the net to put you in. Okay, yes. Stay there. Ooh, it's a nice one. Time to go home. You don't have the lure on your face. Go, yes.
Eventually, the currents reached a 50% of their flow. They will only get stronger and stronger now, and they are very visible on the surface. The next shift will occur approximately at 11:30 at night, but I will probably be drunk at that hour, as one of my friends promised to bring a big bottle of fine quality ouzo for tonight's dinner.
The currents get too strong, you see? This river on the surface means that the currents are strong. These are the currents, the movement of the waters. And barracudas don't like the currents, they hate it. So I don't think it makes sense to stay here. I have to find a more protected place.
If there is a chance to get one more fish now, it will only happen in a gulf, as the currents affect the inner side of the gulfs much less than the capes.
So I'm gonna try here my last casts. Get or not get, I don't care. I had a full day and I can't ask anything more. Let's give some casts and let's go home.
Do I need another fish to catch? No. Then why do it? So to help you understand better the where, why and how. But let's admit it, catching fish is addictive no matter how many you get, right?
Okay, okay. What? Ah, no! Ha. Ha. Come on. Come on. You're very small. How to release you now? Whee! Ah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Stay, stay like a good boy. Guys, that was the last fish of the day. I'm very happy. Despite the bad conditions, because it was very calm, we had some strikes and now it's time to go home. We're very happy. I am very happy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, comment. And I have to go to light the grill now, so you have to excuse me. See you soon. Bye bye.